So this weekend is the first round of the Southern League 2024. For those of you who don't know the Southern League, it fishes between Worthing and Chesil Beach and is one of the most competitive leagues in England. We have current England internationals like Ian Dancy, Phil Lee and Joe Wells. We have Ben Arnold, the Pen League winner. We have Malcolm Stote, who has been the England manager. We have Donna Bayford, who's England ladies. We have a number of England juniors and a whole host of very good anglers from the whole of the south of England. And then me. And why do I fish it? Because I get to fish near these people. I get to learn. I get to see new venues and learn new techniques. So hopefully this series of videos will introduce you to that league, but also encourage you to fish other matches, league or opens. So hope you enjoy it. So fishing a match doesn't start on the beach. Here are my diaries of other matches I've fished. Looking back to last January, fishing Eastney Beach, it is mostly whiting, a few dogfish, maybe a few dabs. The weather in the last few days has been very calm, so the water's very clear. I think that'll put the dogfish off. This is going to be mostly whiting. So my go-to bait for whiting is going to be little strips of mackerel, nothing too big, about 5 centimeters by 1 centimeter. I will also have ragworm tipped with mackerel because they sometimes turn onto that. Then I'll have black lug tipped with squid because that's pretty much the universal bait around the country for whiting. And then in case those dogs turn up, I like to make up cocktails of sand eel and squid and bluey and squid. So that's the baits I will have. Rig wise, my go-to is going to be a 3-hook clip down, 20-25 centimeter snoods. I will take some Pompey loop rigs in case I need a little bit extra distance. I normally put a size 1 on the bottom of that. My clip downs are all going to be size 2s. And it's just that other rig is just there in case I want that extra distance, in case it does turn into a bit of a dog fest, but don't think it will. I think this is going to be who can catch the whiting quickest. So off to the beach.
So this is round 1 of the Southern League Open 2024 from Eastney Beach. I've drawn peg 5, which is right up the shallow end, known as the nudist beach. But you're only fishing against your zone. I'm not fishing against everybody in the match. There will be 15, 18 people in my zone. So we'll see how it goes. So welcome to the nudist beach. We've got half an hour before we start. I've been pegged on one side of me. I've got Steven Spielberg, aka Jimmy Willis, and on the other side of me I've got a sewer pipe. So first hour update, it's not very pleasant out here. The wind's starting to get up even more, but it could have gone worse. I've had 2 dabs and an undersized whiting, so decent one on the card, but the wind is getting up, casting's getting harder. but I'm not seeing much else come out on the beach, so maybe I'm not doing that bad. So hour 2 update. I've had one more whiting. The wind's got up even more. My hands are absolutely freezing. And I've only had one other fish caught near me, so maybe I'm not doing too bad. I'm now up to 15.5 ounces. I'm going to go down to 2 hooks on a Poppy loop rig. I've been using a 3 hook clip, but I'm going to go to Poppy loop rig and see if I can get a little bit more distance. The fish have been just totally mixed. I've had one on ragworm, I had one on mackerel, and now I've had one on my bluey and squid cocktails. So there's no rhyme or reason. I think it's just a matter of fighting through the conditions. But it's the same for everybody. See you in a bit. So hour 3 check-in, it's picked up a bit. The wind's still increasing and it's still getting colder, but I have now had 8 fish. The whiting seemed to have turned on since high tide. That little bit of ebb has helped. They seem to be coming on anything, it's just finding them. Let me see if I can see my card. I don't know how it's going to see my card in there, but I think that puts me up to 41 ounces. Other people are starting to get 1 or 2 fish now, but I'm not doing too bad. So I'm taking you outside the beach shelter to show you why I'm not filming out here. I don't know if you can see the rod tip, but if you can, you can't tell if there's any bites. It's just bouncing around with the waves and the wind. This is what I'm dealing with, if you can see it. I can see some waves breaking 100, 120 yards out, certainly further than I'm casting. There's another double shot. They all seem to be coming in between 22 and 24 centimetres, but at least they're coming in. It's quite difficult bringing fish in, because with these waves and the undertow, it feels heavy for a second, then it goes light, and then it goes heavy again, then it goes light, and you've got to. Oops, there's a big wave coming this time. And you've got to relax and take the pressure off. When the wave pulls back, just let it. When it slackens off, speed up. Try and keep a little bit of tension on the line. And these waves are also digging a bit of a gully. And if you had a decent fish, it's going to be difficult to get it up through that gully. Really is quite difficult conditions. Everyone seems to be starting to pick up a few whiting now. Since the ebb tide, since the tide turn, we've got a bit of ebb. People are catching fish, and I think I was doing better when it was difficult. I'm sure now there's more fish around. People are catching them faster than I can. Right, I can see I'm going to have to bring this in. It's drifting off to the right. Okay, that's 4 hours in, so hour 4 update. I've now got 13 fish for 66 ounces. There was quite a few fish around for the first 2 hours of the ebb. It seems to have gone a bit quiet, and I'm grateful for that because I'm done in. So hour to go, but I think it's going to be back to scratching around for anything that I can find. Still seem to be doing quite well compared to the people around me, but there's a lot of people on the beach, so we'll have to wait and see when we get back. So into the last hour. Bait tray's a complete mess, but there's enough to get me through the last hour. Beach shelter's shaking even more than it was earlier. I think I'd be glad to get off this beach. So back in the van, I did alright in the last hour, added a few more fish, finished on 18 fish for 91 ounces. Oh, hand the card in now, and we'll have to wait for the results tomorrow.
So before I say the results, that's the first time I've done a YouTube video. Probably not a good idea for the first time to be in the dark on a beach in bad weather during a fishing match. Sorry about the sound and some of the video. I'll try to get that better next time. So 57 people fished the match at Eastney. It was based at the soldier statue, and it was fished across 3 zones. Zone A, I won it. That wasn't the plan. I was supposed to do badly and then hopefully improve through the year. So it's probably downhill from here. So second in my zone was Dan Mogridge, third Paul Simons. In zone B, the winner was Paul Stevens, second Chris Wolven, and third John Delaney. Zone C, the winner was Ben Arnold, and he was followed by Matt Pitter and Harry Coxhead. The largest flat was Russ Preston with a flounder of 12 ounces, and to show you the sort of night we were having, the largest round was a whiting of 9 ounces for Lee Gattrell. So next month matches at Friars Cliff. I didn't do very well there last year, so I'm going to have a rethink, different approach. That video should be down here. Now the reason I do these videos is I want to encourage people to join the SLO. I want to encourage people to do match fishing. So I will put links in to a guy called Pond Pete, Jimmy Willis and Frugal Outdoors. They show different types of match fishing. Take a look at what they do. But for those beginners who are interested but haven't done match fishing before, haven't got into leagues, I'm hoping to put some videos up here of how you can get started. So good fishing, everybody, and see you again next month. Same bat time, same bat channel.